Jeg vet ikke om det lett å overtale, men...
Hello.
Wilbur, what can I do for you?
I'm supposed to ask you if you want in on a new business proposition.
I've always got a spare ear for that. Tell me about it.
Death wants to offer live burials.
What are live burials?
You bury people, living people.
That's complete nonsense.
I know,
How much capital does he need?
but
What?
I thought you said the idea was ridiculous.
That doesn't mean there isn't any money in it. Think about it. Death abandons his previous business model and strives aggressively into new markets. And I, as the widely recognized expert of the future, see excellent prospects for success.
But who would want to be buried alive?
No one. But that's not important. We'll get the money directly from the capital markets. Investors will be queuing up.
Really?
Okay, so I can tell Death you'll provide him with financial backing.
Of course. I'll come over this afternoon and discuss it all with him. In the meantime, I'll start feeding the rumor mill.
Okay then.
I don't die what that
Look,
wow.
here's the rabbit for the spell.
And a white one at that. That's perfect. Now we just need the top hat.
On my way. I'll just be going.
Hun går fortsatt
I
og
have
skal få
seen
tak i
that you are
hatten.
going to come back. See you then.
Det går ikke an, altså... Kanskje den er villig til å gjøre det når vi sier at
Ziggy's
vi
doing
fikk
well,
beskjed, eller
I
at vi
think.
har klart oss å overtale han til å bli med. Jeg vet ikke.
Kanskje. Han står der. Så han så vidt, det ser han.
Har han på
What
seg...
exactly are you doing there?
What does it look like? I've dug a grave, with grandfather's old spade in my hand and father's top hat on my head. It's simply brilliant.
I asked the wealthy showman about risk capital. He may want to join us.
Excellent. It's going to be a success, I'm certain. There's a real gap in the market. Makes you wonder why no one thought of it before.
Aha.
I can think of a
Really?
thousand good reasons right off.
Yeah.
How are the trials going?
So far, so good. It didn't take long to dig the grave. I've got the coffin here. Of course, it doesn't meet the standards we're aiming for, but it's good enough for the trials.
Certainly.
Good. Then climb in.
Okay.
Yeah. I want a more attractive coffin. After all, I am a partner in the firm.
You're right. But the delivery will take a few days. We have to use the time we have before then. Come on, hop in.
No. It was your idea. You should have the honor of being the first to be buried.
Oh, that's so courteous of you.
Credit where credit is due.
Tar han av seg hatten, og så bare begraver vi den og stikker av?
I'm too long with the top hat on. Could you hold it for me?
With pleasure.
Very comfortable thus far. Now,
Bare begraver vi
pile
den
the
og
soil
stikker
on
av?
top.
Antageligvis.
Certain.
Of course, just do it. Fantastic. The darkness, the silence. You have to try this. We should have funeral music. And the customer should have his photo taken with me beforehand. Write that down, Wilbur. And we'll have canopies for the bereaved. Have you got that, Wilbur? Canopies and gun salutes. Cannons, Wilbur. We need cannons.
Herregud. Ja,
I hope he's happy now.
Så...
I'll leave him there until I've been to see the Arch-Mage. Otherwise he might try and bury me next.
Koselig. Det er ikke noe mer vi kan stjele hos den nå som den ikke er hjemme.
I don't know.
Tok du hatten?
Ja, hatten er her.
Ja.
Så... Ser ut som det bare er boka. Ja,
Kjempekoselig.
altså, han er skjelett, så what?
Ikke dit.
Det betyr det. Bleh. Never mind. Sånn. Enklere. Trask.
Hello.
Wilbur, what can I do for you?
I have the top hat for the spell. I had to pry it from death's icy grasp, so to speak.
Well, at last we've got everything. Come over here. Put the top hat on the table. Put the rabbit in. Now I'm putting a black cloth into the hat. This on top and finished. As you can see, an empty top hat.
But
You have to do a lot of arm waving and the like. The audience mustn't be allowed to get a proper look at the hat. Then you say a few incantations and make a big to-do about it. You haven't got a pretty assistant, have you?
isn't that...
Once the excitement has reached boiling point, then... Ta-da! You pull the rabbit out of the hat, but make sure the cloth stays in the hat. Otherwise, the whole trick is blown. Quite clever, isn't it?
That's fraud, and it's not magic either.
Of course not, but it looks like it.
But I wanted to learn a real spell.
Are you out of your mind? That takes months.
I can't just swindle my way to my diploma with a trick like that.
Excuse me, you said you wanted to get your mage degree, and you said you needed it quick. This is your only chance.
Oh, what choice do I have?
Han var jo villig til å bare låne et diplom og bare kjøpe et, så hvorfor...
Nei, si det. Altså, når den først har kommet så langt, så vil den vel helst gjøre det riktig, men... Det er vel ikke så lett. Ja.
Excuse me, Master Teacher.
What is it?
I'd like to show you the trick. Spell.
I look forward to it.
As you can see, the top hat is completely empty. Abracadabra. Bunny, are you okay?
Fantastic.
What the...
You've almost transformed the rabbit in the hat into a sheep. That's extraordinary. Almost impossible. There must be considerably more magic in you than I ever thought, Wilbur Weathervane.
Oh, thank you. Well, I had a fantastic assistant.
I'm speechless. You're the first gnome in centuries to become a graduate mage. And you've passed the exams quicker than anyone else in history.
Det var
What's your
godkjent, tydeligvis.
secret?
I believe I can do anything I want if I just believe in myself.
Oh, really? You could fly like a bird just because you believe in yourself.
Well, maybe not that.
But that's exactly what you've done. You've achieved something impossible.
Maybe I was lucky.
Or it was predestined. As unbelievable as it is, you've passed all 3 exams. Wait. Mage degree for Wilbur Weathervane from the White Ridge Mountains. My brother won't believe his eyes.
Herregud.
Brother.
Your brother?
The Arch-Mage.
The
Var
Arch-Mage
det
is your
regnet
brother?
egentlig?
Yes,
Ah.
of course. He always believed that our bleak fate would take a change for the better. And slowly, I'm beginning to believe that again, too. You've given me hope, Wilbur Weathervane. You know that? Nothing can stop you. You're a fine example to me. If there's anything I can do for you, come back. You have a friend in me. Now go. You've waited long enough. Give my
Yeah.
brother what you came to give him.
Skal vi grave opp en dette skjellettet først, eller?
Tja, se det. Jeg vet ikke. Jeg har i hvert fall fått en ordentlig mage hat.
I'll leave him there until I've been to see the Arch-Mage.
Ja.
Ja. Arch-Mage, ja.
Wilbur,
Hello, Mr. King. Look, I'm a certified mage.
I told you you'd do it. We're so proud of you.
Thanks.
Our work is now done. We are all well fed. I think it's time to say goodbye.
Oh, you want to leave for the country?
That's right. But if you want to come and visit us, Master Wilbur Weathervane will always be welcome by us rats. So long, Wilbur.
See you soon.
Jeg gleder meg til
Hello,
å se.
Mr. Shieldhand.
Hello, Willowbrush. What do you want?
Cast your eyes on this. Effective immediately. You may address me as Master Weathervane, and I wish to see the Arch-Mage now.
Weathervane? How come Weathervane?
That's my mage name, Master Wilbur Weathervane. Now open the gate and smartly.
For han sa
I wish
feil
to speak to the
navn,
Arch-Mage.
Monkey Island reference efter det.
Ja, her slapper vi likevel, som...
And what is it? Why is this gnome wearing mage clothing?
Your Honour, this is Master Wilbur Weathervane, an accredited mage and therefore a member of your order.
Nonsense. I know all the mages in the land.
But it's true. I completed my degree today under your brother's tutelage, Master Marcus.
That's impossible. I've no time for such absurdity. Take your leave, gnome.
But I'm supposed to give you something. A ring.
A ring? From whom?
From a gremlin. Yesterday he landed right at my feet in the White Ridge Mountains. He gave me this ring and said that it could decide the course of the war.
Master Alistair, I turn to you in great haste as well as in great fear. I have made a discovery that could decide all of our fates. I know where the artifact of destiny is to be found. Your Serene Highness, you know the stories. A legendary artifact created by the goddess of destiny and providence. An extraordinarily precious and dangerous thing. As good fortune is bestowed on its carrier, everything that he attempts succeeds. Everything that he desires he receives. Everything bends to his will, always. It is a truly dreadful power. A god's power. Just imagine if this were to fall into the hands of the enemy. I have found that the artifact is hidden in a temple on a small island called Sordia. You must find it and bring it to safety. You must! Help us, Master Alistair. You're our only hope.
Ja.
Jeg regnet med det så fort jeg så...
Ja.
That was him. That was the gremlin who was taken away by these evil types on a dragon.
Shades? The Shadow Army has taken this gremlin prisoner? Sir, we have to send everything and everyone to this island. Every ship, every griffin, every...
Enough! We have to behave inconspicuously. We don't know what information the Shades already have, and we mustn't help them get on the right track.
No, sir. But if they have the gremlin, then it'll only be a matter of time until we...
The island of Sordia. Where the devil is that? I've never heard of it. I'll be leaving the city for a few days. I have to do some research in the archives.
But the Seastone archives have lots of...
Silence, guard! I will send a group of trustworthy comrades to the island as soon as I've found it. And you... one word of this message, just one single word, to anyone, and I'll grind you into a fine powder. Understand?
Of course. Understood, sir.
Go! Leave me alone with the youngster. And don't let anybody up here, mage or not. Understood?
Understood, sir.
And you, Mr. Weather Thingy, you've done very well indeed.
Weather vane, sir. Thank you. My granddad won't believe this when I tell him.
That won't be possible for some time. You'll have to stay here and hold the fort. I want you to prepare for a small expedition. Find some companions. 2 should be enough. You shall all go and fetch the artifact as soon as I have found the island.
But when it comes to something as important as this, wouldn't it be better to send an experienced treasure hunter?
Nonsense. No one knows you. You don't even exist as far as the enemy is concerned. You won't arouse any attention. That is our most important weapon in this matter. You'll be back long before the enemy even knows what's happening.
But I think...
Enough said. I am the leader of the order, and this is an order. Choose 2 accomplices and wait here for me. And don't talk to anyone about this. Dismissed.
Okay.
When
will I be back? As soon as I can. But it might take a few days for me to find the island we're looking for.
the gremlin told me that a book hidden in his secret cellar describes the way to the artifact's location.
Really? That's good to know. That went better than I had hoped for.
A fiendish plan, Monkus. Well done! Now you know where the artifact is hidden, and the real Arch-Mage will remain out of your tentacles for as long as I need. Mother will keep him busy. She's summoned up all of her dark magic. When he returns, you will have the artifact of divine fate in your hands at last. And Seastone will burn, just like every other Alliance town.
Yeah.
Oh man, yesterday I was sweeping floors and today I'm a certified mage and part of the greatest adventure since Nightilo fought the broccoli monster. An artifact that grants
broccoli
unlimited
monster?
power. Hopefully the shades never get wind of it. In their hands, something like that would definitely mean the end of the world. But the Arch-Mage won't let it come to that. I'll find myself 2 companions and wait here for him.